In various areas of the city, 9 individuals are suddenly abducted, whether they're in their vehicles or in the midst of their duties. Shortly afterward, these 9 people find themselves unconscious within an enigmatic residence. Upon awakening on a bed, Leah notices a person named Al B. on an adjacent bed and decides to explore. Despite receiving no response to her greetings, Leah continues searching until she discovers 2 men unconscious in another room. Perplexed, Leah attempts to open the main door, finding it securely locked. Checking the windows reveals they are all obstructed with brick walls. In a quest for an exit, Leah explores the basement but finds nothing, leading to a panic attack and collapse. Upon awakening, Leah is attended to by Father Duffy and realizes there are a total of 9 people trapped. A mysterious voice emanates from the speakers, revealing they were chosen not for who they are but for what they represent. The voice discloses that they've been assembled for a game testing their human character solely for the watcher's entertainment, who monitors them through numerous cameras and microphones. The winning participant, the last one alive, will not only gain freedom but also receive $5 million. The voice vanishes, and the group begins arguing, divided on the authenticity of the game and the grim implication that 8 of them may perish. Jay reveals he is a cop by displaying a gun, emphasizing the seriousness of the situation. Despite Jay's explanation, tensions rise, particularly from Al B., who directs his anger toward Jay due to past experiences with corrupt police. Francis interrupts, suggesting that the Watcher wants them to eliminate each other, causing panic. Jay proposes collaborating to escape, suggesting using the heavy dining table on the front doors, met with agreement except from Claire, who remains passive. Despite their efforts, the door remains immovable. Shooting at the bricks also proves futile. The group decides to inspect every corner for potential exits, as they must have entered somehow. Jay attempts digging in the basement floor with an iron bar, but encounters metal. Al B. finds a sealed wooden square on the ceiling. While searching proves fruitless, Claire turns to the liquor cabinet. The group abandons the search and returns to the living room, chastising Claire. Jay decides to lock the liquor cabinet, fearing its impact on their moods. The group acknowledges they don't want to kill, but recognize the desperation for money. A sound from the kitchen leads them to discover a dumbwaiter with minimal food. Their meager dinner prompts a proper introduction after a blessing from Duffy. Duffy, a priest, Jay, a cop, Leah, a dancer, Claire, a famous tennis player, Francis, a musician, Cynthia, his stay-at-home wife, Al B., a rapper, Max, a fashion designer, and Shona, an addict on parole with a monitoring bracelet, make up the group. Leah, a non-meat eater, triggers a scramble for her chicken portion, but Jay swaps his potato to avoid conflict. Albie regrets missing a record deal meeting due to the abduction, but impresses with a spontaneous rap. After dinner, they discuss room allocation for the 5 rooms with 2 beds each. Duffy and Francis, with his wife, get individual rooms, leaving the other 6 to pick roommates. Tensions arise, with pairs assigned as Jay Leah, Claire Shona, and Max Al B. Post-dinner, a petty dispute erupts between Claire and Shona. Al B showcases his rhymes. Max frets about his limited outfits, and Duffy prays. Jay and Leah share personal stories while Francis contemplates the tempting prize money, causing disbelief from Cynthia. During the night, Jay is attacked, prompting chaos and baseless accusations. Al B becomes the primary suspect, facing racially charged accusations. Duffy intervenes, and everyone retires to bed. In the morning, the temperature rises, leading to another heated argument. They assume the police are approaching Shona's bracelet monitor, but the noise fades. Accepting their reality, Jay opens the liquor cabinet, and most indulge in drinking. Music plays and a dance ensues, with Francis attempting to flirt with Leah, who rejects him. Francis, fueled by alcohol, prepares glass shards as weapons, leading to a fight with Al B. Cynthia dies accidentally, and Jay locks up Albee. The group contemplates their predicament, with Francis engaging in peculiar behavior. The evening brings reduced portions of potatoes, frustrating the players. Albee demands his share, leading to a confrontation. Jay intervenes, but Albee brutally attacks him with the iron bar. Jay hands his gun to Duffy with his last breath, realizing the situation's severity. Jay's lifeless body, alongside Cynthia's, is solemnly transported to the basement, a morbid repository for the victims of their twisted circumstances. The subsequent meal arrives with an unexpected bounty, extra rations and wine, accompanied by a chilling note that praises their collective participation in the macabre events. In a disturbing turn of events, the once cohesive group now dines in fragmented solitude. Leah and Duffy, perhaps clinging to a semblance of normalcy, find solace in sharing their meal, while the rest, ensnared in the clutches of paranoia, resort to isolated consumption. Francis, seemingly unfazed by the recent tragedies, extends a portion to Albee, expressing a dubious camaraderie and insisting on the accidental nature of Cynthia's demise. However, their attempt at unity is shattered when the group discovers Albee's lifeless form suspended from the ceiling, an eerie spectacle framed by the very scarf that once bore Max's essence. Accusations fly, shrouding the group in a thick fog of distrust, with Francis becoming the focal point of suspicion. Duffy, ever the voice of reason in this descent into chaos, intervenes to quell the rising tension. Yet the mistrust lingers like a stubborn shadow, casting an ominous pall over the remaining survivors. Claire, fraught with nerves, finds herself engaged in a physical altercation with Shona, culminating in a fatal stabbing that further frays the fragile fabric of their unity. As the group wrestles with the aftermath, Francis succumbs to an unsettling unraveling of his sanity, manifesting in his private rituals involving lipstick. The mounting turmoil reaches a crescendo when Leah, caught in the crossfire, is subjected to a shocking act. Francis, with a brutality that defies reason, rips a light fixture from the wall, submerging it in water and electrocuting Leah. The once vibrant dancer crumples to the ground, a mere pawn in the larger nightmarish game, orchestrated by their unseen tormentor. Simultaneously, Duffy seizes a moment to converse with Max, acknowledging a fragile alliance born out of the necessity to survive. However, Max's opportunistic streak surfaces as he demands more provisions in exchange for cooperation. Duffy, unwilling to compromise fairness for personal gain, rebuffs Max's request, triggering a clandestine attempt at theft by the fashion designer. The ensuing confrontation exposes Shona's lifeless body, a grim reminder of their shared descent into madness. Claire, haunted by her actions, finds herself in another altercation, this time with Shona, whose intrusive behavior prompts a violent clash, resulting in Claire stabbing her. The mansion, already a cauldron of fear and mistrust, witnesses yet another act of brutality. Meanwhile, Leah, presumed dead, miraculously survives, revealing her resilience in the face of relentless horror. As the night progresses, Duffy's efforts to maintain a semblance of order prove futile. Francis, seizing the opportunity, mocks Duffy and demands control of the gun. Faced with a dire choice, Duffy succumbs to the mounting pressure and shoots Francis, but the bullet only finds its mark in Francis's stomach, leaving him wounded but alive. The unfolding chaos reveals the fragility of their existence, as each surviving member grapples with the weight of their actions. Unknown to the group, Leah, thought to be a casualty, emerges from the shadows. Witnessing the grim tableau of death and deception, she navigates through the haunting corridors, stumbling upon a revelation that could alter the course of their tragic game. Yet, the front door swings open, bathed in blinding light, offering a glimpse of salvation in the form of a colossal bag purportedly containing the coveted reward, a substantial sum of money. However, the seemingly promising exit leads to yet another twist. As Leah traverses the unfamiliar territory beyond the door, she discovers another house. A stark realization dawns upon her. This nightmarish cycle, a sadistic game orchestrated by the Watcher, has just begun anew. The newfound house harbors